Imagine, for a moment, the small bottles lined up neatly on your kitchen shelf or bedside table, familiar companions in your daily routine. Each one holds a promise: more energy, stronger bones, a healthier heart. You've taken them for years, trusting that they help you stay vibrant and full of life. But what if I told you that some of these trusted supplements, when combined, could quietly strain your heart in ways you never expected? It's a thought that might feel unsettling, even unsettling enough to make you question long-held beliefs. Yet, facing these truths is the first step toward protecting the very heart that has carried you through decades of life's ups and downs. I'm Dr. Michael Hanks, and over my years working closely with men and women just like you, I've seen how the desire to stay healthy can sometimes lead us into unexpected territory. One story that lingers with me is about a man I'll call Mr. Thompson. He was in his late 60s, full of stories from a life well lived, yet quietly worried about his heart. He came to me hoping to bolster his health, certain that his collection of vitamins was doing just that. What we discovered together was a subtle but important lesson. Sometimes, even the best intentions can backfire when supplements are combined without a clear understanding of how they interact in the body. Mr. Thompson's regimen was not unusual. A mix of vitamin E, calcium, and a few other over-the-counter supplements he believed were safeguarding his heart. But what wasn't obvious to him or to many others is how these combinations can affect the delicate balance within the body's circulatory system. As I explained to him, the heart isn't just a machine pumping blood. It's a living, breathing organ that thrives on balance and harmony. When certain vitamins are taken together in high doses, they can thin the blood too much or cause mineral imbalances, creating stress on the heart that quietly worsens over time. I want to share more about Mr. Thompson, not just as a clinical example, but as a man whose experience carries a lesson that goes far beyond supplements and blood tests. When he first came to see me, he was a quiet man, modest in demeanor but deeply aware that something wasn't quite right. He spoke of feeling more fatigued, a heaviness in his chest that he initially brushed aside as just part of getting older. He also mentioned that his usual enthusiasm for morning walks was waning, replaced by a slower pace and a growing sense of caution about exertion. These are subtle signals that many men his age experience, yet they often get lost in the noise of everyday life. What struck me most about Mr. Thompson was how he had approached his health with such care and intention. He wasn't someone neglecting his well-being. On the contrary, he had spent years carefully researching supplements and had a small cabinet filled with bottles he believed were doing their part to protect his heart and overall vitality. His routine was a ritual, a daily act of hope that his heart would keep beating strong for his family, for the hobbies he cherished, and for the quiet moments of reflection he valued deeply. Yet, despite this dedication, his heart was sending him quiet warnings that he hadn't fully understood. When we reviewed his supplement regimen together, it became clear that the combination of high-dose vitamin E with other blood thinners and certain minerals was creating a perfect storm. These combinations were subtly thinning his blood, increasing the risk of internal bleeding and altering his body's delicate mineral balance, all without any obvious symptoms until the damage had begun to accumulate. What I want you to feel here is empathy for Mr. Thompson's experience, because it's likely that many of you watching have felt something similar. Taking steps you believe are right, yet facing a lingering doubt or discomfort that doesn't have a clear explanation. It's easy to feel isolated by these experiences, as if your body is sending mixed messages you can't quite decode. But this is precisely why knowledge matters, and why a trusted guide can make a difference. Biologically, what happens when these vitamins interact with medications and your heart's physiology is fascinating, though often misunderstood. Your heart relies on a balance of electrolytes, minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium that regulate the electrical signals controlling each beat. Imagine these minerals as the tiny conductors in an orchestra, keeping tempo and harmony. When you introduce supplements, especially in combinations or high doses, they can disrupt this finely tuned system. For example, excess calcium can accumulate in the blood vessel walls, leading to stiffness and decreased elasticity. This makes it harder for your heart to pump blood efficiently, increasing workload and potentially raising blood pressure. Similarly, too much potassium, especially in people with kidney issues or those on certain medications, can cause dangerous irregularities in heart rhythm. These mineral imbalances often build up slowly, making them easy to overlook until symptoms become noticeable. Vitamin E's role is more subtle, but equally important. Known for its antioxidant properties, it protects cells from damage. However, when paired with blood thinners, vitamin E can magnify their effect, making your blood less able to clot when needed. This increased risk of bleeding can be life-threatening, particularly if unnoticed for months or years. Mr. Thompson's story reminds us that supplements aren't isolated actors. They interact with your body's complex systems and other medications in ways that require care and attention. Emotionally, it's important to recognize that these silent changes in your body can affect more than just your physical health. They can chip away at your confidence, your sense of independence, and your enjoyment of daily life. Fatigue, shortness of breath, and a racing or irregular heartbeat are not just clinical symptoms. They are experiences that shape your quality of life. Mr. Thompson confided how frustrating it was to feel these changes without understanding their cause, how it made him question if he was losing control over his own body. This feeling of uncertainty is common, especially for men who have spent decades relying on their strength and stamina. It's natural to want clear answers and straightforward solutions, but the reality of heart health, especially as we age, is nuanced and deeply personal. It's a dance between biology, lifestyle, medication, and sometimes the supplements we take in good faith. Through Mr. Thompson's journey, we learned together that the key to moving forward wasn't to abandon supplements altogether, but to approach them with wisdom and care. We adjusted his regimen, removing the risky combinations and replacing them with safer alternatives, all while emphasizing a heart-healthy lifestyle that included balanced nutrition, gentle exercise, and stress management. Over time, he began to feel a return of his energy and confidence, a reminder that the body can heal and thrive when given the right support. This story is not unique. Many seniors face similar challenges, caught between well-meaning advice and the complexity of their own health. It's why I encourage you to listen deeply to your body, to ask questions, and to seek guidance that respects the fullness of your experience, not just your symptoms, but your hopes, fears, and daily realities. Understanding the biology behind these supplement interactions helps ground this advice in science, but connecting it to real human stories like Mr. Thompson's brings it to life. It reminds us that behind every vitamin bottle and prescription is a person with a heart that carries a lifetime of memories, dreams, and love. As we explore further, keep in mind that your supplement choices are part of a larger conversation about how you nurture your body and spirit. The goal isn't perfection. It's a balanced approach that honors your journey, your wisdom, and the remarkable resilience of your heart. This isn't about fear or scaring you away from supplements altogether. Rather, it's about shedding light on the intricate dance happening inside your body. A dance where each vitamin, mineral, and medication plays its own part. Think of it like an orchestra. When every instrument plays in harmony, the music is beautiful and balanced. But if a few instruments start playing too loudly or offbeat, the entire performance can suffer. Your heart, in many ways, responds similarly to what you put into your body. Understanding these interactions isn't always straightforward, and the medical jargon can be confusing, even overwhelming. But it's important to grasp the essentials because they affect something deeply personal: your vitality, your circulation, your very ability to keep doing the things you love. Vitamins like vitamin E, for instance, are known for their antioxidant properties, which can be beneficial. However, when taken in large doses alongside blood-thinning medications, vitamin E can increase the risk of bleeding, something that can quietly compromise heart health, especially in seniors. Calcium supplements are another common example. While calcium is vital for bone health, when combined with certain blood pressure medications or diuretics, it can lead to mineral imbalances that put extra strain on your heart. These imbalances may not cause immediate symptoms, but over time, they can contribute to issues like irregular heartbeats or increased blood pressure. It's a slow, subtle process, much like the gentle but persistent erosion of a riverbank, and often goes unnoticed until it becomes a significant concern. What makes these risks especially challenging is how quietly they can unfold. Many seniors are diligent about their health, carefully following advice to take vitamins to stay strong. But without clear guidance about which combinations to avoid, these well-meaning efforts can inadvertently cause more harm than good. That's why it's so important to have open conversations about your supplement routine, not just assuming that more is better or that natural always means safe. In my practice, I encourage patients to think of their body as a finely tuned ecosystem. Every element influences the others. When you add supplements, you're introducing new factors into that system. Some combinations support health beautifully, while others disrupt the balance. The goal isn't to eliminate all supplements, but to use them thoughtfully, informed by a clear understanding of their effects and interactions. This approach starts with awareness, taking a moment to look closely at the bottles you've been trusting, considering not just what each contains, but how they might work together inside your body. Are you taking vitamin E alongside a blood thinner? Is your calcium intake high while you're on medications that affect your kidneys or blood pressure? These are the kinds of questions worth exploring gently with your doctor or pharmacist, so you can tailor your regimen to your unique health needs. It can feel daunting to rethink habits that have become so ingrained, especially when the messages about vitamins and supplements are so mixed. On one hand, we're told these pills are essential for health. On the other, warnings about risks may feel confusing or alarmist, but the truth lies somewhere in between, in a place of thoughtful balance and personalized care. By understanding the science behind these interactions, you gain more than just knowledge. You gain a renewed sense of control over your health. It's empowering to realize that protecting your heart doesn't require drastic changes or expensive remedies, but rather mindful decisions and small adjustments. This isn't about fear. It's about respect. Respect for the complexity of your body and the incredible resilience it holds even as the years advance. As we continue, I'll share some of the most common vitamin combinations to be cautious about, along with simple, practical steps you can take to keep your heart strong and your vitality alive. We'll explore how to nourish your body naturally without unnecessary risks, and how the small choices you make today can ripple outward to improve your quality of life in meaningful ways. Remember, this journey is not one you walk alone. I'm here as a guide and partner in your health, sharing the insights that come from years of caring for seniors like you. Men and women who face the challenges of aging with courage and hope. Together, we can navigate the complexities of supplements and heart health with clarity and compassion. Stay with me, and let's uncover how you can protect your heart, honor your body's wisdom, and continue embracing life with strength and confidence. There's much more to explore ahead, and I promise it will be worth your time. Now that we've laid the groundwork for understanding how certain vitamin combinations can quietly strain your heart, it's important to recognize which ones deserve your close attention and which you can approach with more confidence. This is not about creating fear or confusion, but about equipping you with clear, practical knowledge that helps you protect your health without sacrificing your peace of mind. One of the most common and concerning pairings involves vitamin E and blood-thinning medications. Vitamin E in moderate amounts offers antioxidant benefits that many seniors find helpful. But when combined with medications like warfarin or aspirin, it can amplify the blood-thinning effect, increasing the risk of internal bleeding, a risk that is particularly worrisome for older adults. This risk often goes unnoticed because there may be no immediate symptoms. The danger unfolds quietly, like a slow leak in a boat that, if left unchecked, could lead to serious trouble. Knowing this allows you to have a meaningful conversation with your healthcare provider about whether your current supplement routine might need adjusting. Calcium supplements also deserve a careful look. While calcium is vital to bone health, a concern many seniors prioritize, it can interfere with the absorption and effectiveness of certain medications, especially diuretics and some blood pressure drugs. Excess calcium, when unmonitored, may contribute to calcification of arteries, adding strain to the heart. Think of your blood vessels as flexible highways. Too much calcium buildup is like adding potholes and roadblocks, making it harder for traffic, the blood, to flow smoothly. This is why balance matters so deeply, and why taking calcium supplements without medical guidance can sometimes do more harm than good. Other supplements, often taken with good intentions, like potassium or magnesium, can also interact with medications in ways that impact heart rhythm and muscle function. For example, potassium can help regulate heartbeat, but too much, especially alongside certain blood pressure medications, might cause dangerous irregularities. These examples underscore the importance of not just knowing what you take, but how those vitamins and minerals interact with each other and with any prescription medications. But understanding what to avoid is only part of the story. The good news is that there are practical, gentle steps you can take right now to protect your heart and preserve your vitality. These changes don't demand a complete overhaul of your lifestyle or expensive treatments, just thoughtful choices that respect the intricate balance your body depends on. The first and most important step is communication. Make it a habit to review your supplements and medications with your healthcare provider regularly. This conversation is a powerful tool. It opens the door to personalized advice that considers your unique health history, current medications, and lifestyle. It's an act of self-care that shows your heart the respect it deserves. Next, consider focusing more on whole foods as your primary source of nutrients. Nature offers a bounty of vitamins and minerals wrapped in fibers, antioxidants, and enzymes that work synergistically, meaning they help each other function better without overwhelming your system. Imagine the vibrant colors on your plate. Deep green leafy vegetables, bright orange carrots, ruby red tomatoes, and fresh berries bursting with sweetness. These foods not only nourish your body but also bring joy to your senses, grounding your health in simple, everyday pleasures. In addition, gentle physical activity can be one of the most effective ways to support your heart health. Something as simple as a daily walk, feeling the rhythm of your steps on the pavement or the crunch of leaves underfoot can boost circulation, lower blood pressure, and improve energy. Movement reconnects you to your body's natural vitality and can lift your spirit as much as your pulse. Hydration is another quiet but essential piece. Water supports every cell in your body, keeps your blood flowing smoothly, and helps flush out toxins. Picture your blood as a river nourishing the landscape of your body. Keeping it flowing freely requires enough water to maintain its strength and clarity. Stress management is often overlooked but equally important. Chronic stress can constrict blood vessels and elevate blood pressure, adding silent pressure to your heart. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, or simply spending time in nature can soothe your nervous system. Imagine a calm lake at dawn, its surface smooth and undisturbed. Through all of these lifestyle choices, the goal is to foster a balanced, harmonious internal environment, one where your heart can thrive. This balance honors the wisdom your body holds and respects the many years it has carried you through life's challenges. I want you to remember something vital. Your heart's strength is far more than a number on a monitor or a list of symptoms. It is the steady rhythm that carries your stories, your laughter, your tears, and your moments of joy. It beats with resilience, adapting and enduring, just as you have throughout your life. Sometimes that resilience needs a little extra care and attention, informed by knowledge and guided by compassion. If you felt overwhelmed or confused by all the advice about vitamins and supplements, know that you're not alone. Many seniors share those feelings, and it's okay to ask questions, to seek clarity, and to take your time making decisions about your health. There's no rush. This is a lifelong journey, and every thoughtful step counts. As we come to the close of our conversation today, I invite you to take a quiet moment to reflect on your own supplement routine. Are there combinations you hadn't thought twice about that might need a second look? Could this be the moment to bring those questions to your next medical appointment? Approaching your health with curiosity and care can be a powerful act of self-love. Thank you for spending this time with me. It's an honor to walk alongside you in this journey of health and vitality. Your heart has carried you through so much, and it deserves thoughtful care. Not rushed judgments or empty promises, but steady, informed choices that respect your unique story. I'm Dr. Michael Hanks, and I'm here for you today and every step along the way.